light comes on.
Right.
So those are the things you need to know.
Okay.
All right. That's for, and I told Paul the other thing too, is that if you notice which two leads will probably be sub-hot, so you can pull the dash back out
Okay.
and put the oil line in. You have the oil line?
Yep.
Why don't you show it?
Sure.
This end goes into the gauge. And this is the end comes out. Sizes. So just figure out which one is which.
Yeah, whatever fits on here.
I believe, yeah. That will fit the other way, so.
This has got to drop down through this.
Yeah, that one, it's one's bigger than.
Yep.
Before you go pushing it all through. And that should be take care of that.
Okay.
So that would be that. And there's one wire here, Paul. I think it's a brown and white wire to put it going together.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that. No, I think it goes to the front. To the front. Yeah. To the front. You're gonna push it in that. Okay, that's good. Yeah. You can see it here. I go push it really. And just so you know, then you don't stop. The green and white wire is for cold start they had on those, so you're not going to use that.
Okay.
So that's it. That's all I can check. I can't check anything else with the key. That's the old, I take it out, unplug it, and just slide tight it wires. White power, white wires. Tap wires. Back to white. Those are the ones. That was the on switch. Because those wires are powered, they must just put it on there, caps. Yeah. If you can't check all this stuff, it's key on it.
Right.
You should be all right. So most of the stuff's work, but you can't check all the accessories here.
Right. Right.
And the other way, if you haven't known, just pump, or just jump back, make sure the hands are working.
We tested them out before. Make sure they work on switch.
That tells you that you got power coming out. That's it, that's your sensor.
So you're not using this?
No, it's just going to put a just give it a run.
Right.
And let's look at it. Yeah, and that might be. Yes. And I told him you can run the choke cables. Yeah, the sky right there. Just going to run the choke cable through here. This is where the what I just do is I take this up and just tie it up in front of it. And we have a choke. To go through one of these things, I think they have these square blocks with the latch. This is simple, it's right holes, right everything. Okay. And you can run that down through probably through with the kid with the feet up and so.
But I'm not.
So you'll see
It'll
it.
snake over.
Yeah, because in the early cars they had a hole into the player wall.
Right.
They delete that when they went down that
Yep.
choke. Okay. If you got questions, you can call me, Dave.
And the other thing that we gotta do anyhow is this
Oh, yeah,
vinyl right here.
There's a piece of vinyl that goes
Okay,
there.
so we might as well take the windshield off, get a new gasket
Get
for
your
it,
seal up.
do it all at once.
Because what it did, and what you have to do is take the ends off again. No big deal because the dash is out of the way. I would do all that stuff like right away, as quick as you can do it. Okay? So then you
test
can,
off the electrics.
then you can, if you can get the key test or what, however you do it, but,
Yeah.
Get that to the point so this can be all buttoned up.
Right.
Okay? And that's,
Yeah. Well, actually, I may just call you up for some tips about that when we get it
I'll do the best I can.
over the phone.
You
Yeah.
have to just trickiest part is these two. These
And the carpet itself is kind of flat, right?
It doesn't, but it's, yeah, it's stiff.
So how do you, right, so
So
how do
you gotta
get
sit there
around-
and you gotta work it like dough. You know, when they're making pizza, bread,
Yeah,
you gotta
yeah,
work it.
yeah.
You gotta work it.
Okay,
Like I said, I mean, it might take me 45 minutes to an hour to get one perfect the way I want
mm-hmm,
it, okay? And once I know it's right, then I glue it in.
okay.
It just,
What edge lines up first? What do you do?
you look at the grain of the carpet,
Mhm.
and you'll see, you just take, there's a left and a right,
Yep,
and you look at it, and you just kind of just start to look at it, and see, you don't want the grain running down and it's going down, like, you can tell. You'll see, it should be going wrapped nice like this.
okay.
Just follow it. It starts running down and you've got it caught. Because you're gonna have to trim a little bit of it.
Uh-huh.
You want to go into here, sure.
Mhm.
So the black piece will go right
Even
up
if,
against it.
yeah, even if it just comes up a little bit, just so it covers the line. The other thing is, there's some piece of material that's not in here on all four spots. Here, you take a piece of that vinyl,
Yeah.
there was a piece, a filler piece, black, ran from like here to here.
Okay,
Okay, so when the door candle goes on, you black, because I think a magic mark,
yeah.
and you do it, the four spots, probably make it about
Half-inch wide.
half inch,
Just to go to that corner down
yeah,
there?
you fold it, you fold it. You fold it,
When I did the next car, I did it from here to about here.
you don't have to go that far, but
Yeah.
I'm saying, this is the spot right there. Okay? Right? That's about, this is about 8 inches long. You don't have to worry, because then your carpet comes,
Yeah,
all it does is just, so it blacks it out here.
right, yeah.
Where the dog leg
comes on the
goes.
side, yeah.
Okay, where the dog leg goes?
Because then that piece that comes down doesn't cover it.
Yeah, this piece of, yeah, there's always a little space.
Yep.
It's not
I
perfect.
don't want it to be
Yeah, it's not perfect, okay? So stuff like that.
elegant solution.
Yeah, it works fine.
Right.
Hey, because you don't see it, otherwise you don't do it, then you look at it, and you see it, see it, right?
Right.
Yeah,
It's thinking about that.
it's just, so,
I did the same.
you do them up front too. Same thing, 8-inch strip, half-inch wide, fold it at a 90-degree, and
So
glue it in there.
first one I did, I didn't do that. And every time I see the car, it's like a beautiful.
You say, took that out, why didn't they put it back in? Well, that's what that piece is for.
I noticed there's a second piece that goes back by the rear wheel wells too, right?
There's a
Smaller piece?
small piece, once you got this piece on, there's a piece that goes here.
Yep.
Okay, so you gotta be very careful not to, you put this piece on first, and you wanna leave a little lap, a little coverage, okay? Because this piece goes on over that, and it conforms over that, and it goes down into there.
Okay.
So, I don't know, the carpet kit, some of them come separate, some of them actually molded right into that.
Yeah, this one looks like it's pieces.
Good, that's better. And you're just gonna make that work. It's a little time.
Oh, look at time we can spend.
Time to a point.
Third point.
Yeah.
But to do this right, to do this in the copper, you're probably gonna spend a good 10 hours on it. Easy.
Okay.
If you do it in half of that, then you're gonna be really good for, your blinds.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's, if the critical areas, these go easy, because they're pretty much cut to length and you fit them and everything. And just gotta remember that what you wanna do is punch a hole first and then just afterwards cut it out a little bigger, probably a half-inch hole. And after you put it through, so you get your bolt that seatbelts.
I usually use one of those brass gasket cutters. Cut them.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever, I mean,
Does
just.
a nice clean job.
So, yeah, so, anyways.
Is this a piece of carpet that's
That's
going
carpet, yeah, that's
Okay,
carpet.
it's not the rubber?
No, they stopped that in 76, 77, 80 is carpet. You don't wanna deal with that stuff.
Should I get sills? Should we get sills for them?
Sill covers?
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably would, because they look, Did they put new walkers in? No, yeah. There's a hole, can I told you the holes? 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
4, 5, 6. Well, yeah.
There you go.
The walkers are good. Yep.
And then the rocker covers make it finish.
Yeah.
Finish off, yeah.
So, yeah, so you can get those.
Okay.
Um,
Look at those.
I don't know what to tell you. It's about to stay, but I can't.
I appreciate you being able to stay today, believe me, it's wonderful you could do that.
But, like I said, the electrics are almost 95%.
Yeah.
But you're gonna have to, you may have to chase it, Paul, you have to chase a couple of things.
Not a big.
Okay. So
Like I
we'll
said.
get the ignition switch squared away, and we'll,
Yeah, that way you can start seeing what works. And the only other thing, Paul, I think I know my wires are, this is the other thing, what you can think is going. You know, if the fuel gauge is working properly. For some reason it doesn't work, but if you know, just swap the wires.
Yeah.
Okay. Because they do have to, they go in a series, and that's how they work. So, and you only will know the temperature gauge until you get it started.
Yeah.
Okay, so just know that. But I think we got that right, because we checked, we put on, we used the schematic.
Okay, but otherwise, the temperature gauge is trying to go down.
yeah,
Oh, well, the down as far as it go.
right, same with the gas gauge, right?
All right,
Double empty.
And when your tank is empty, it's
Well,
full, when it's full, it's empty.
and we got the pump is gonna work out fine.
Okay, good.
We made it work. So, did you get any more shit?
Yeah, I got 2 more.
Oh, well, that's helpful. So we found two.
Oh, good.
So we're gonna add probably 1 here and maybe 3 there. We just have a temporary shim out. We got it pretty good. Once everything's in and then down, this should be all right.
Okay.
We're gonna pull this in over here.
I was actually showing, I had these pictures. They're showing you you can see how. If you look at that, this is down a little bit. You can see the top of it, okay?
Yeah, you can, yeah.
Okay. Slow down. Yeah, and that's how it's supposed to look. And this is as close as that's going to get. That's fine. And the other thing, you're going to have to play around with the braces, but he knows that. So I think, and then when you put this on here,
Yep.
it's want to come this way a little bit.
Okay.
So when you put it back in, just snug it easy. And, just try to get the line
Right.
and get it close, and that will be fine. It may be a little off kilter. There's something going on here because you don't have a really consistent line,
Right.
and we can't do anything because you want the front of the hood lining up with the front of the bumper.
Right. Right.
Okay, so
Yeah, that makes sense.
I can't really. We're kind of hands are tied on that one.
Right. Adjust it as best.
Yeah. So because what it does is you get it overloaded and it slides right by that.
Right.
Because we had it this morning and it went right by.
Right.
Okay? So, like I said, I can't think of anything else. There's a lot of odds and ends in there, but where'd Kirk go? Did he leave? Did Kirk leave?
I
haven't seen him in a while. Did he go down?
He came in, dropped off some stuff, and I think he was back on the
Oh, okay. I didn't see him. Oh, yeah, they got.
He marked right back.
Oh, okay. They were taking.
Oh, okay.
So they're gonna plumb up for the heater thing.
Okay, oh.
Oh, yes. No, that's early, but don't worry about that there. I told them what to do, we're gonna do it. I'm gonna get an adapter. But it's not gonna. Oh, it looks,
Cash.
yeah.
You got it.
It looks good with the stock though.
Right.
Um,
But you get something else figured out.
Yeah, they got some, the weather cassette, it's kind of,
Mhm.
to do everything. But, this is a really setup. You can throw that around if you want, but if you have the stock valve cover, that would look better.
Right.
Like I said, you just run it down a bit. Okay. Oh my God. So,
Yeah, it's, no, it's not very far, it should be white. But, that should be white, they're white.
that's correct.
You said the labels are white.
Oh, they're white, yeah, the other ones.
But,
You can.
this one's not broken.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, no, it's not broken, so, there you go, yeah, perfect.
Go to the yellow one.
Yep.
And not open.
Perfect, I didn't know what. And then we also got the acid. There's the machines.
Oh, that thing was, it was. You got one anyways. You got two, what is your breakfast? You said what, one on this side? One on this side? He's got two pancakes, you got two pancakes. Then put these on the top. That will let make everything. Oh, that's correct, yes. It's the original ones that lab is that. Boy. I think that's right.
Look like my high school cars.
Oh, my wife. Oh, how'd you get that? We got a building on it. I'm sure it will be. Yeah. Because the elevator is at least, yeah. But it changes, oh, well. Yeah.
That's partly because in the time the
When? Well, we can't find the tires for the car, so we might as well jack it up and build a new car.
Wow.
What's the right cap for that?
So that was too tight though.
It is. There's no way. You're right, no, I'm saying that, but I mean, it looks like you're
No, that's all right. That's good. No.
Tank's empty anyway.
Okay then.
I don't think there's anything in
Let
there
it
at all.
match.
You want the mice in there?
Let it match.
Where's that torch? I like that torch.
All right. Anything else, Dick?
Torch is good for everything.
Hey.
So, okay, so we bypassed that for now.
Yeah, he knows.
Yep. I haven't followed about that too much.
The hose is wrong. I mean, worst case scenario, you've got the pipe there. You've got the pipe, you've got the turnpike.
Right. Right.
Oh, that's what they're gonna do. Oh, that's what the other ones are.
That's when you go in there.
And then you get this, that feeds up and that.
Yeah.
You make a short piece of pipe with it. You shoot back with either solid rubber or you shoot back with a piece of copper to it.
Well, if you just want to get it running for now, put the hose in.
Hose.
Change all the stuff later at the end.
Yep.
No, you still gotta plug this hole up.
Plug that up and get
What's
this.
that?
That was, that worked the cab, the automatic choke.
Hot water.
And all water came off of it, and it's got the tube in this, it was all turbo choke.
Okay, so what do we need?
You need to line it off, and I told you you get the all water came with it, okay? Put it back on and you put a cap, you put a cap on it.
Right.
And the hose cut. Okay, or you can cut the thing, cut the elbow off, and solder it off, you cut it off and you put a hole in it and just bolt it down.
Or we just go to the plain piece of steel, right?
Yeah, well, something that shape, it's gonna be kind of like, oval. You have the actual elbow, it goes like this. It's not a square piece.
But I mean, I can barrels.
Yeah. But see, these are hold down, like, they have two studs in there.
Seem to have a knack for
that. So we have to go with what happens.
So it's like a.
It's inevitable.
Alright, well. They want to change that.
We have one of the air ducts.
That's a question.
Decided by then. Early, anyway. Yeah.
Oh, not lose it.
I just want to put it on my list of things that.
Put it on the list of
Sorry, Susan?
Yes.
Sorry.
Oh, that's up to you.
Okay. All right, Good.
Dave, I gotta go.
Yeah, I'm with you, Ron. I know you get along that way. Like I said,
Yeah, I'm tweaking it, it's starting, it's getting there. It's round the corner. Yeah, it's sweat, it's only short but now, so.
Your latest
Yeah, I'm fine, I don't need it.
what order do we do this?
What I would do is take the gas cord off. Plug it this one, plug it this next. Let the oil on. So it's in where it's supposed to be. Again. Put it on grass. Because then you can put pins in it. You're not going to get it all with the initial one. There's that one step here. No, you can do it afterwards because it's so far out. I just did it. But it's easy to solve. And then you react, that's what that's done. You're running a problem. Why when it's so easy? Can you put it in it? I was a tough one. And I just had to get it snapped with the water. Once you got it snapped. And look at it's not on.
I find it strange tools that don't belong to anybody.
Yeah, that's good.
Thank you so much.
It was a joy working with you.
That was too far.
Thank you.
All right.
All right.
You're right. Okay, fine.
You guys are all set.
I got it.
Oh.
Just some little difference and stuff. I'm sorry,
There's something for somebody.
I'm not sure what to do about the partition switch yet. I can take it apart, but the biggest problem is that the key that's with it is not. And it's gotta be the wrong key. Got to be.
How does it
I don't know, but you cannot push the key. I lubricated it, now push it in the rotate it. Now, maybe it's full of standing crap and schmuck. Yes, schmuck. Yes, schmuck from, but I'm gonna probably say, next week, I gotta stop the series and get some.
All right, I guess you're gonna have it.
You can use the blade at the end of it, back here,
Yeah,
but you got the rubber hose.
yeah.
You can spray it with that. I'm gonna take my little camera, look in there and see if the number is on it. Okay. The number is on it, and you can put the number, get a key, that'll be the first step. Give it. Yeah, you can find it. But in order to change it, I'm going to show you before you look at your sander. You gotta look down. Okay, this is only tight. Where my fingers are right here.
Oh, yeah, those are special.
Those are breakaways.
Right.
And what I've done, when I take them out, I took a diagram and I cut slot like this. And you pull it up, screwdriver in it.
Oh, sure.
And that's good. So you end up with a slot there.
No, there's a seat.
Get that, and then you put the cup over it. Right, that will go in, you can't rotate it.
Yep, you're right.
And the problem with we have is that there's something wrong with the tumble on this door that I turn the key so that it doesn't get the key in and out. That might be lubrication. The key is rolling out the door.
Oh,
Okay. So that means if somebody locks the door.
I wonder if this is in the direction.
Yeah, I know.
Should I check this number? This is the secondary, right? Yeah, that's this. That's the one that doesn't have that. Yeah.
You know, that'll come up. You know?
And this is fine too. You can, this is very loosey-goosey, so you can.
Somebody might shove something one way to get
It's
the.
Well, that's the hood.
I have a question.
It has nothing to do with it. You get this much movement.
Oh,
Yeah, just put it in. Oh, okay.
Sideline.
It's extra.
If he's beating rocks on. Yes.
Bin.
It's like motorcycle.
Oh, yeah, and also it's not.
You know what?
There you go.
And notice all has open ears.
What is the possibility that you guys have another set of keys to this car? It's possible, though, isn't it? Because we,
You guys have had this for a long time.
we had it for a long time. You know, I remember once looking for the key and wondering where it was, and I go, oh, it's been in ignition the whole time. That's great. But it doesn't turn into ignition. And either there's something hooked up with the lock, or the key somehow gets swapped with some other car's key in the process here, which is possible. But if you guys have a second set of keys,
Wouldn't that be
wouldn't that
a
be,
positive
that would
thing?
tell us at least if the lock was goofed up or if we had the wrong key. Because the door key also doesn't work the door lock. So I'm thinking wrong keys. So maybe
It doesn't work the
check
door
on
lock
that.
either. And
Right.
so
There's two different
in it,
keys.
but it doesn't turn.
Right, so there's two different keys, one for the ignition, the gear don't turn, second key for the door locks, they don't work. I'm thinking these are related,
There's,
so,
I will certainly ask that question.
great, yeah.
Cross our fingers that.
Yeah, if you guys have like a
And
second
if we know
set
where it
hanging
is.
on a peg, or you can contact the gentleman who gave you the car in Fitchburg and find out if he had a second set of keys, or the number of the keys, or something like that. He'd probably be very amused to hear.
He probably would. Well, he'd probably be happy to hear the progress on the car too,
Probably, yeah.
all these years.
So that's something that we'll work on.
All right.
We'll see if
I
you
will
guys have a
check in on
second
that
key.
tomorrow and see the
Let us know.
status of that. Absolutely. It's been fun to be here today.
Oh, you're so ready to come.
Yeah. Oh, I've always wanted to come out,
Yeah.
check out the place and so on. Project, I joined about 2 years ago.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we just had it painted.
Yeah, we were working on the doors.
That's all I can say.
I guess the thing is
So, they put yeah, it should be kind of at the end of the, wrap up the car show season, so I'm on car show. Yeah, I know, at least we put that in a booth up there, and that's really it. Yeah, and we were at the time. So, somebody from New York, and I think it was you who donated the car, because we had said, you got anything if you bought a raffle ticket, or if you donated the car. You've got it on management, and I give him something to put in the car.
Oh, that's great.
So he came over and I think he ended up
Yeah, trying to look.
trailering it. I don't think he drove it back. Because it's a valuable time for their, I think they re-deliver it, but I'm from New York, so I didn't. And they were like, he was the white person.
Oh.
Everything is not good.
That's a great range.
It was a fun, now that the project car, I think they, well, it was project different, it was, it's guy bought it for his daughter, his daughter.
Was it running? What exciting games
Entered
are
the
this?
car. Part of their senior project, so she did the operator, so she's looking off some stuff. Then, they took the stuff further and took the entire engine. Father, daughter project, appreciate that, isn't that cool?
Horses do, yeah.
And so they replaced they didn't really need to be replaced because it was just part of the project and they lasted longer and
Nice.
so they did that. And she was like,
Some of those are pretty original cars, the original paint is up.
it was original paint and I think original exterior.
Really nice.
And then he had rebuilt and pretty.
Been there.
That I don't know.
He won't share.
So, whatever.
Mission.
People were really impressed.
So they, let it work. Push comes to shove.
Yeah.
This thing off.
This car ran.
Yes.
That's the worst case scenario. He's checking the scissors if they have a spare key. This may not be the right key. But the other thing that bothers me is that the key that does the doors is not very properly. The doors. That might be an issue. I was sticking there until I had a problem before and I was taking it back out. It might just be a lubrication issue. Okay, so we gotta lubricate them, but I've got a feeling it's wrong inside. We're gonna have to take the door skin off again. All right, because I got a feeling what happens is the little wire that attaches to a thin wire that's attached to an arm. Okay, I don't think it's good.
Are you going through a battery check? No, I was. Okay.
Yeah, you got a light on?
Yeah.
Headlight. You got a headlight out there. Where's that picture of that?
I think I have both high and low beams. No, you do. Okay, off.
I only have, I don't have high beams.
That could be a dead ball. Well, John, who's all over here? Plug it in.
Actually, this side over here's got an issue. And we have no power over here.
You see what they have,
I think that's because of the switch.
You know that? You should get it.
That's kind of.
I've got, we got order to switch to this side.
You have your headlight.
Paul doesn't have power.
Yeah. So the last thing I want to do before I leave is see if we can take the steering wheel off.
I wish it's got this stuff there.
Oh, back to where we started.
It's not behind the wheel.
Yeah.
Well, especially if you go to an area where you can get things that you can't find.
Which is really big. Just like.
Ah, the bigger here. Running surgery for.
Got one.
Just gonna sit that to you, because
All right.
you want me to decide?
Yep, one on either side of the steering wheel. Pull wheel out. Okay. Swing at it somehow. Move it. No, take it off.
Hold it. Obviously, something. No, I've seen pictures. Can you Glasser?
Oh, swine has probably got tape to herself. Bitch. There's no place for real. The road stuff had good screw holes.
Yeah.
Put the steel and pull it on.
Oh, that's why it's taped. Piece in, keeps it centered.
And guess what?
We don't have that.
There's two different ones here. It goes down. down to the hole. There's two different sizes.
Yeah, I mean, I know this is the gauge, so.
It's the gauge size, okay. Down,
But then where does it?
down to the hole, the middle of the tube, all the way over to here. It's a long trip. Gotta go over here. And way over here, across, out, up, then put the foot.
Cross. This side is far away.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I don't get up there terribly often, but. Yeah, it's very easy. It's a Saturday.
Well, I mean, I have to go further.
Long enough to do that? Yeah.
Actually, even if it's general shape, this is, either of these general shapes. So,
That looks like it belongs on. Early remodeling, the oil pressure gauge. What's the center?
Well, the one with combo oil fuel, oil, water.
That would be interesting. Because that's all for sure. I think we're just going
That grab up, hit the arm, or, I have one that actually has the jaws. Although you might,
not just the rubber.
yeah.
There's nothing to that on. This is steel.
Yeah, so you could grab,
Cushion here.
yeah.
There are a number of British car parts suppliers that
I say
actually.
maybe put it back in the plate. No.
They just usually get.
You pull them this way, you have to watch
They
it.
keep
And that's it.
Problem is, if you put anything inside here and push against it.
Buffer? No,
Yeah,
against
try
it.
and push against it.
Just communicate for a second, let's try to try something. Not here. You can just grab a hold of it. Shoot here.
No, the only thing I guess we can do is.
Let's not be Jody gets attacked again. Oh my god, it's pretty hard. Well, I just didn't actually talk to you about her. Oh. No, this is Dave's wife.
Oh, you're right. Oh, my goodness. All right.
Yes.
No.
Well, they, like I said, they say this, say that about, put the rock in. Because these have to take out.
You guys feel hungry, there's a big cheeseburger. Yes. Yes, speak highly of that.
No, no.
How's she looking? Oh my God! Yeah, she's looking like a brand new one.
You got it all?
Yeah. This is all right up. No one ever sees down there.
Not very often.
No.
Well, we went.
Yes.
I like to go there.
Special. You know.
He's anywhere. Great.
Right. They're all weird on.
20 minutes looking around here. Having a walk around. Whenever you're ready. Okay. Wait until he. Yeah. Great. Okay, so we are at the beginning of hour 16 of our marathon, our MGB weekend marathon here at the Hemmings shop. And we've got a lot done today. You can see that the bumper is back on the car again. You can't see from here, but I'm sure if you've been watching me earlier, you've seen the dashboard going back in. All the gauges are here and in. The dashboard is in. Wiring has been reconnected. Lights are working. We still have to check some of the circuits. We have an issue with the ignition key, which turns out we might have a wrong ignition key in the ignition, but we'll figure that out. But today has been a really, really productive day. One part that we needed was an oil pressure line, the oil pressure gauge, and that was sort of holding up the dashboard installation. Unfortunately, we had a friend in Waterloo about an hour west of here who had one, so drove out, picked it up, and brought it back in, and we are continuing to make progress.
I'm having a hard time getting through. Let's communicate to WD-40, everyone that sits for a bit.
Okay. It doesn't have any holes for pulling, huh?
No.
Because we even have a puller here.
Do you?
Yeah, it's not me.
So, yeah, I would have used, I would try to use it with the draws.
Yeah.
That's what I would have tried.
I don't know if it's not bad or not.
You have, but the one, the pit pull you have is
Lifting grease. I heard mentioned yesterday, Terry.
Let's see. Let's go over here.
it's just like, yeah. It's just like,
That's a good thing. Inside. That's
conclusive.
one of them's got the connection on the inside.
Hey, I can do that.
Hey, is it 2050, it has the DVD in it?
And that's what we have a first.
Actually, by new cam, we can add it to your
Okay.
Oh, I don't know.
This is right now. I don't know, man.
This is good. It's not. I think we're beginning to get the vertical wall. I think that's a where's that run? Well, it normally would bend into here. So what I did was put a fuel filter on it, so it doesn't overload.
And David, I
was what I realized.
That way it bends.
That was in the here, there's no fan here.
Nope, it's okay.
This is all real space here.
Well, yeah.
It's very important. Side shields.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because on mine, the radiator sits back more, and there's a whole piece here, and you've got to make sure that the shroud has the piece here and the piece that attaches to the, that meets that, so everything, because the fan's here.
We are gonna head out. And I will check on the east.
Please do.
My God, will make that home. Thank you,
Great to see you again. I hope so. You're always welcome here.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
Goodbye.
This is a real treat. It's looking nice.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Yeah.
You could love it. No. Yeah, it's sometimes it's quite a lot.
But I cannot turn. Maybe there's something wrong. So, we look there, the high track. Normally, you should be able to push it. Something not.
I think I may head out.
All right.
Fun weekend.
Excellent. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for all your work.
Enjoy your magazines.
Thank you.
You do another one of these, let me know.
We'll do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we may do another fair. We may do it every Saturday. We may do something like that.
Yes, you know, my system is an hour away, so I use weeks also.
That's great. And stuff on it.
We'll do that.
What come to some of the events? Sports Exotic Show.
Maybe Thursday, we got Thursdays, there's always fun. Lots of.
Who knows, maybe one of these days I'll even give you a job. Someplace to work for a little bit.
As long as you might not get paid. That's not.
I'm going to pay for today, but nobody's going to pay for today. But hey, if you're ever interested, send us.
Thank you. You're coming to the Winter Dolphins.
I'm not, I'm gonna be in Sanibel, Florida.
That's lousy.
I'd rather be there.
Well, you haven't been to one of my parties yet. Because trust me, it's pretty legendary.
So we didn't find any worse with him? No, I mean, we got. Actually, what, I know I have a can.
I'm gonna use some of that heavy duty gear. That'll work just fine.
Thank you very much. Absolutely, you're such a trooper to do all this. Thank you so much for your help.
Any more empty jars, cans?
I have the heater hose. That's we did this. Then we add the crank case now.
Nope. I can do this. Yeah, it's a steel line. It's, for the brake pressure gauge, the oil pressure gauge. That's go through here, put it in, back in the dash. We could assemble a dash without it. But it's going why not took the coil out?
Installing.
What do you do with the bolts? Over here. A couple of bolts over there that have shanks. I'm sure those aren't correct. No. Maybe he laid them on top of it. Either in his pocket or on the way back.
And actually, they're threaded right into here.
Yeah.
What's this?
Mm.
There goes. They're 1/4-28s, and I thought they were, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah,
That was there, and that was on top of it.
Oh.
Now, we can put that back in.
Oh, I see.
All right, with that on top of it, but we're not gonna use this thing. Yeah, those are the ones.
Okay, very good, thank you. You know, what should be the longer of the two, or does it matter? Doesn't seem to matter.
David,
Yes, sir.
the parts washer is yours.
Oh, fantastic.
The liquid is in it.
Thank you.
What would you like to do?
Just leave it there.
Now, the clean liquid is in the barrel. Okay, this has already been used.
It's nothing.
It's not bad, it's not bad.
So we continue to use.
Yeah, sure.
The pump doesn't work, but the liquid still does.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the pump is.
Okay.
I'm the only one through the table.
All right. Sounds good.
So I just wanted to, get this out of the way or somewhere.
Okay. We can put it over by the firewall, I think. Clear spot.
I'm surprised you didn't. Yeah. Or the bump to the park lot too.
So that was the adapter that goes between those two. I just wanted to
Yeah.
get somewhere sort of miles.
So that's the big 5/8, that's the half inch.
All
You just butt them up against it. Boom. Being brash, you can.
Hey, somebody attacked the old top, huh?
Yeah.
What's on the frame?
And it's important that it to be able to take pressure because it's obviously the
Mark with all that. Mark
water system, so you're going to have pressure in the system. Unlike this, who cares? This is just a vent.
That's great.
That's
Somebody. Just a weird watch for the market.
It's kind of creepy instructor, isn't it?
Broadcasting to the floor.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Need a big piece of cardboard.
Those just get washed right off. I don't think that.
What does it look like? It's a little, it's a little outside. And it's big enough to fit. Or-
That's this is good. I think we're out.
Dropping parts.
Yeah, I need to drop the washer. Actually, 2 washers. One of them that I care about. There goes my bag. No.
You were there. Oh, wait a second.
Great. I found more too.
You may find others. Those are original.
Probably.
Thank you.
Are they underneath the coat?
Black over gloves right there. Most of the day.
I swear I saw them.
They were around here, right?
Oh, they're right here. Oh, there you go.
We'll do bouncing, we'll do the black over.
You might have also knocked it off when you were wire brushing it.
It wasn't that, that wasn't that,
Okay.
positive that.
Might be in the bottom of that thing.
Go, that's better.
If not, I'll look upstairs in the garage, I might have another one.
Where are you?
Wasn't even aware of that, Paul.
Uh-huh. I probably should have popped it off before I gave it to you.
Wire that's.
There's a little wire right here, the black one. It's nice and round.
I got spring plate.
Okay, so, the plate has to be able to move. And what happens is when you miss this track here, the plate moves, it changes the timing.
Okay.
It advances the timing because this is coming into it this way. Okay, so that's this way here, if I carry vacuum, it advances the timing ahead. Pretty slick. Okay, and then you can actually adjust the timing of the spring you're looking for. Against the yard. And then this is back and forth. Back and forth. Right now, we're doing spring, but it's actually, simply, you know, it stops and it restarts. Yeah, so that's spring. That's what that locks in place. And then the points for this, you can break it up the field. And as it makes and breaks the electric field, it collapses the field within the soil. It collapses the field within the soil. It collapses that area. All the passenger does is not to be brought up. Okay. This is a switch. This is not more than a switch. You you want to make it. This actually gets the voltage to stay off the switch. So the transformer diminishes. To get it all turned out.
So parts like the plastic.
Yeah, that's, you have to replace your points because this thing works and it's all correct. Capacitor usually doesn't go bad, it usually goes bad. Because it's not really heavy, you have to look into the floor. And they have to separate it, and yourself in a special way, and you have to separate the distance between where it's at, and that holds. Okay. Yeah, tell her I'm not that guy. The distributor cap sits on top of here, there's a rotor that goes inside here that selects which spark plugs we got spark. That's what it looks like.
Okay.
Alright. That is all. Nice looking.
Yeah, it's nice and shiny. But it would have been.
I'm not gonna worry about it. It didn't make it much sense to me. Well, see, there's one right there. Where? Oh, I see it now. Yeah, yeah. So what we'll do is if we can't find that one, we'll peel it off this guy. Come up to them. This is MGA, this is MGA. Never saw it, of course. Of course. Well, that spring was something too. That spring wasn't in the, okay. Must have made it spring. What's on both sides? And that's what that's. It should fall right back down. It's key. It only goes in one way. Fall back down. There's a don't go in. You're right in there again.
Yeah, exactly.
What it was, this was type 5. This was type to this shaft. This was using that. Just I'm gonna leave myself here. Says part of what we're doing.
That's awesome. That's good. Good move. Well, it was out there. It was out there. Put it back up. Yeah.
Carol probably run just as well now.
It would be like that. I was like,
Good one.
that's where he's being that shape.
Most of this.
We don't have anything there.
I have a question about that. The bucket full of something on that. Parts. I won't say it's full of parts here.
That's something so good.
Yeah. Part of the empty bucket.
You just put a top on it. Actually, no.
I'll steal it off.
Yeah. Yeah. You went? Look at that. I had to go take my phone.
What is it?
Oh, it is a residential. It is a residential.
It's on a seat.
Yeah. You guys look pretty close, right? You still have your wig? Yeah, it's just a lot of see her. It's like the Jeep always used to be parked right outside of every door.
The water pump broke. Yeah, well, about this year and a half ago, started working on the water pump off. Trying to jig it.
Question, I give it to you in the spring, you have to have it for a week. Yeah, I don't know this, we're kinda. It's been on the road now almost as long as it was the first time.
Oh, that's great.
I don't know. Sure.
door, door, door. Door, door, door. There's another one around here someplace.
Radiator goes.
Here's the applicant.
Yeah. Oh, that's not, it's advisor.
Well, my mentality was skating, speed, not rushing, I'm not getting out from more.
Yeah, I remember resolving, I didn't realize that.
That bicycle, really cool days. If she was going to now her job, she just has to go drop shit somewhere. It makes it, I got me up for more. No longer, so.
You guys at this.
Let's release this thing. All right. So
Let's start a little collection of things to do.
Right. So, we want.
Yeah.
How did you do that, you know?
Yeah, well, again, I think to bring up through. So she lives in a lot of
I don't have some trouble. I mean, I live, you know, very far from this, but I mean, I'm just like right now.
right next to me.
It's, so, you know, I walk there. I walk in the sun.
Walk
It's like,
You're up like a bucket. And the bicycle coast right away here, 30 miles an hour. We're doing anything with it. Yeah, like, I'm always so right home.
Yeah, I need to worry about it.
2 miles to an hour outside of town. And, my dad, it was a conference place. It was more style applications. Two different stages and frame thing. But, right. My dad wore a suit tie when he worked at bank. And it's just for a suit tie, put on this like silver helmet, like tie, flag back.
This is it.
Minor plates. 3, 1986.
3 letters.
Yeah, I mean, it is. Yeah, we know we're
Here.
We can redo this one. It's not too bad.
Oh, yeah. Okay. We need how many?
And we need some,
More than one of those?
we only need one like that.
We have one.
And we have that one, which is okay.
That's the only one we need. We don't need a second.
we,
That goes there?
that goes to these two. Right? I've taken this on as a build mentoring.
That was in there.
Yeah.
Who's going to mention that? There is 3 more things that I see. When I brought up style, so it's not usually.
We need 3 more studs for the.
3 more studs for the top.
It's in there. Seems like that's the year.
We're not using these.
I can still see pretty organized. Yeah, one of them is actually like, answer.
It'll fall on us.
We want to put it in. They originally had a line with all the way to the front yard. But I think what we might want to do is just drop the line. Drop the cover underneath that. And that'll. Yes.
Yeah.
I've never been on under.
Yeah.
It's like this. He was good at They asked me.
About here.
Maybe. Take a look. We can take this engine.
You know, probably they go through it, okay?
Well, let's see, that's.
Are we gonna replace the gas back?
We're gonna put the canister in the round canister. We'll back to the round canister, because that's a nice collection point. And then I think what we'll do is we'll just drill a hole through the floor. Drop it. Yeah, just, yeah. Just drop it like that.
Oh, that's, yeah, that on the free one.
That's fine. That filter would make it fill up.
Well, it's replacing.
Yeah, that's right. Let's see, we got 39. And 48, 49 inches. So we need something at least what we cost. Okay. So whatever we get on the house line. See. The height is underneath it. Yeah. That's very fun. Mine's going to work for we have one of those, the fresh air intakes. One of the fresh air intakes. Here's how you they just go straight. Right. So they're like that actually. We got one. I'm thinking about the same kind of. Those will last. So all set with that.
So we need.
So remind us our share. Remind us the pipes that we want to the system.
He's not looking for a fresh air.
No, he's not. No, so That's what their company had. I saw.
What?
The door, you don't have the door locked?
Nope.
That's small.
They have a small one, that's bigger.
Oh.
You need the bigger one with the 2 in it. So I put it on the list. I put it on those parts of the room.
Okay, good. Good.
Yeah,
Those tell them they need that.
this switches something.
Oh.
I'll give you a card number for that.
Yeah, I would call it. Well, you tap into it, because there's no thread. So if they tap that, the light goes on.
Right. As it should be. Someone do with it.
What the thing is gonna go on?
Oh, fine.
Is it?
Well, if you're watching it, then why aren't you helping me?
Send us some parts.
That's awesome.
All right.
Yes.
That's what I was looking for before.
Oh, there you go. There it is.
Oh,
I got my house, I started it up. And, fell off the stall.
It's basically.
so it looks.
For a while, I've been working with, but she was working at it. I was scared. So, I was scared. Looks like you should be okay with now.
Except for someone. I love that residential.
I'll let that.
Probably have to change your.
Yeah, I think if I put sit on the water.
What? I think it's here. I don't.
Right now, it's like so.
Yeah.
It's like words on that. Somebody actually.
I wouldn't mind taking that. I just can't with the guy. I'm sure it costs. Yes, me neither. Like the halfway between Cambridge and Salem.
You need 141. Switch.
You got the
That's the switch right there. Is this the gas?
Yeah, it's the wrong one. Yeah, and this, that's the right spot. It's broken, that's why I was gonna put a note on it, hang on you. This is, I'll show you. No.
He took it out. Needs to work.
So you can,
Yeah.
it's you like.
Yeah, and that was put money into it, break it, don't break it.
That's way. wrong spot, because people can try to use it for it. Well, it's all gonna happen.
Steering lock and switch assembly replacement is.
Yeah, they were thinking of doing the one big one.
Okay.
Well,
263,
literally,
640.
I don't know what they's gonna need to get.
That's the steering lock and switch replacement reproduction. And I don't know if I had a chance to, switch. We'll switch for it to go in, that will be 263-6. That's the switch itself. So the switch itself looks, to me, it looks okay. Because that's a lot of goes into the whole tumbler. Right, and then, I'm not even gonna say use the shear bolts. I'd say this is really important. I think this is the shear bolts. And how would you get the out of it? Just tighten it. You cut a slot, so that's too good. Yeah.
So the things go together with you too.
We have all of our heater control stuff, right?
Yes, we do.
Okay, so we're all set on that.
Oh, wait, did I give you the right part number? Oh, shoot, wait a minute. 47. 47. See page 42. I might not have given you the right number on that lock.
Okay.
And I did not give you the right number on this switch for the headlight.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to give you another number. Number 26 is 141, 850.
Okay.
Different, was it different?
Yeah, it was 840.
850.
You want to disconnect the battery?
Yeah.
Just.
Yeah.
Probably for safety.
Huh?
Probably would be for safety.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay, I agree, Paul.
Yep, it doesn't work. Okay, let me go to page 42, I think it is, for the other part number.
I had to check for myself.
Oh, yeah, no.
Everybody does.
Do you not put the gas cap on?
We did.
42.
He did. We being.
What's this we? It's the royal way.
Who's this?
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's the royal way.
The weird thing is that it's the right cap.
It's right cap, but it's that center, that's that inner piece that's rotating.
Do you want to replace? Now that is the
Correct
filler.
filler.
Okay.
The cap, the prop.
This is the early filler.
Early?
And we have an early gas cap.
It
Go
is.
with our early filler, because the late gas caps are hard to find. So probably what somebody did at some point was they swapped the early one.
Well, then that other gas cap should work.
Yes,
No.
it should work, exactly.
But
It's an early cap and this is an early filler.
Okay.
Because the problem's on the outside.
Right.
The later one, the problem's on the
The
inside
inside.
of the hole. That's the late one.
we got one of each over there, don't we?
Yeah.
We do.
But the problem is the one that fits this is the
Early.
one where it's the interior, that's why I said the
Okay.
interior is rotating.
So we want to get a new
The one
gas
we
cap.
originally had on there.
Yeah.
That we struggled to get off.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's the correct
That's
gas
correct.
cap, it's just,
Broken.
yeah, the center is spinning.
Oh, it doesn't use the center to lock it down with, though. It uses the edge.
No, yeah, but that's it. When I say the center, Dave, I'm saying that the edge, it's pressed in.
It's rotating.
Yeah, see so much.
It's rotating.
A couple of, and it's supposed to go over gas. Yeah, what for either struggle with this or with that, or each one. Here you go.
Yeah, so you're
In case of holiday, somebody does that to me.
Sugar Valley. Sugar Valley.
High flames.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Still, you know, this one's torqued.
Right. Don't trust it, don't put it on their hand.
Okay, the switch, if
Yes.
you want, is 263, 610. 610.
No, 690.
Okay, and that,
That's the ignition switch, right?
okay, and that comes with.
Could that be fixed?
Wait a minute.
See what the problem is, I'll show
Wait a
you.
minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. 73.
And I just realized it. It can't be fixed because it's before. But, notice, it has this gas.
640 was the number I gave you the first time, right?
Yes, 263, 640 is the lock and switch.
Stay with it.
And ignore the switch separately?
Yeah, it says lock and switch assembly.
Okay,
So,
you would think it would have everything you need.
Yep.
Okay,
Okay.
263, 640.
Yep.
Okay.
because this makes, this does the inside of the gas tank.
And it's a repro, so it doesn't, it's fine. We'll figure out a way to make it work.
Yes.
All right, we've got a glove box.
And that's,
Okay, so I'm not worried about that. We've got the cover for the transmission, yep,
this
see
piece
that.
here, which you grab, notice
Yeah.
is separate from this piece.
We need battery hold
So
down.
what's happened is,
Oh, yeah.
because somebody.
Is there any kind of, hole of floor in there?
We fixed the wooden piece that somebody put in, okay, to keep the battery from moving around. When we have it up in the air the next time, I want to do something with the battery front bracket. It's loose.
Yes, not right.
It's not right, and I think the least we should do is probably put a screw through it so that it'll stay in place, because I don't want that thing bouncing around, because the battery will fall out.
Right, yeah, we don't.
Need that.
Also, maybe if they give us one of those little plastic bins that it would.
Yeah,
go into,
yeah,
you know,
that plastic bin would be nice to put it into. We've got to loosen up this positive wire post from the front of the car and drag about another inch out of it if we can, inch and a half, because we struggle to get that on.
Okay.
Okay, so we got to move
That
that.
whole center.
But again, little details.
Yeah. Is there any kind of a gator or anything that goes over the handbrake lever?
No, that's kind of like that, but somewhere's in the collection, there's a switch that goes in that little hole that you see.
Okay.
And I had somebody clean that yesterday.
Oh, good.
So the switch is over there on one of the tables. It's a little black switch with a little plunger in it. And when you lower the brake handle, it touches it. It turns, when you pick it up, it turns on the brake right over here. And it's in parallel with the failure switch on the
Plus, notice this
brake system.
Right.
Okay, so in either case, brake is on or a failure of the system, the light is on. But, you know, here's the brake situation.
Okay.
Really, one thing we do need, just looking at the, your list and thinking about the center console is when we actually put in the armrest, we do need that hinge
Yeah.
to do it. And also, there's the thing that fits on the underside of the armrest itself where the striker.
Yeah, it locks it in.
Oh, we have that.
Yeah, I saw that in the
Yeah.
box and stuff.
Well, there's the little striker, and then there's the thing that actually,
Yeah.
takes the
That's the
striker.
striker,
There's
yeah.
the thing that actually holds the striker into the
Yeah.
top of into the armrest itself.
And you probably should get the repair kit so that it has that extra tongue that keeps the
From sliding.
from sliding
Because
side to
everybody
side.
gets into the car and they put their elbow on it, and there it goes.
Cracked, right?
It's busticated.
Yeah, in fact, that plate that you want is all part of that
Repair system.
repair kit.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Armrest hinge. And then it's, you could call it repair kit, I guess.
Yeah.
But we also need once again, it's the piece that holds the striker from on the underside of the
Yeah.
actual armrest.
Yeah, the armrest itself is in good shape. It's not all broken up. There's a lot of times where that little piece goes into, they're broken.
Yeah, lots of
Yeah, well, it's brand new.
Yeah, okay, good.
So when you get the moment,
If you're putting this together, you want to order the missing seat rail.
I see.
Oh, actually, show me the seat rail, because I've got a
and
bunch
the
of them.
problem was, there isn't enough space
Well, I
between
can't show you
here
what's missing,
and here when you push it.
Oh, but you can show me one that would work.
So this is, so you can't get these tabs to unlock.
I'm not sure which one
It's
will
all
work.
been dent up.
Mhm.
Like, so you just torque it right through. So you gotta take this gasket off.
Got it, okay. All right.
Now, you're gonna get a new gas cap?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it has to.
Okay.
This is the style. I already wrote it down.
All right.
Well, no, I didn't. I apologize.
Should be old style.
Old style.
Well, new gas cap. Okay, so it'd be old style.
Yeah.
Okay. And I know what it's about, so
Yeah.
I'll get the right part.
It's a shame because somebody else
Cranked it,
cranked it.
and then spun the
This
stainless
isn't
steel
really going
cover.
on.
Put a popper in through it.
Put a popper in it, cover it with an MG sticker, it'll look great.
JB Weld.
JB Weld does everything.
It does. That and the torch. Between that and the torch, you can do anything.
I thought we said duct tape.
Duct tape, torch,
JB Weld,
JB Weld.
zip ties,
Yep.
zip ties.
zip ties.
Can't use zip ties as a
You got
hammer.
it made.
What?
Can't use zip ties as a hammer though.
That's
No, but you can use zip ties after you've used the hammer to keep the pieces together.
So when you take it to the parts store for a replacement, you have all the parts.
Yeah.
Pieces of it, yeah.
The regulator mouthpiece on my scuba gear is actually held in place with zip tie.
Yeah.
And that's the way they do it.
By design.
You slide it onto the regulator, and then zip tie it, pull it nice and tight. You got a tool that draws it up to the proper torque. Then it won't break away. And that's because that's a replaceable piece, because you're always chewing on it.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense. I understand submarines have the fastenings or zip ties. all those things.
Yeah, I had fun. We had green duct tape on board the submarines.
Yeah.
We call it EB green.
Yeah.
Bottoms of every engineer's shoes were resold with EB green. And it lasts for months.
Wow.
Yeah, this is your.
And so that is the green, the waterproof style.
Yeah, you can't. You got a hole in the submarine, on the outside of the boat, torpedo hits you in the side, around the.
That's a big roll of green tape. Really big roll of green tape.
EB green.
EV being electric boat, right?
Electric boat.
Tough stuff. Okay, he's got the gas cap on there. We'll figure out how to get this stupid steering wheel off of here so we can get the light switch.
Good luck with that.
If Good News Garage has the key,
Mm-hmm.
then it's not an issue.
Right.
If they don't have the key, then we've got to replace it.
Right. So I'll wait to hear from them.
I'll be prepared the next time I come up. I'll bring my grinder that's got the blade on it, and we'll cut screws away, a slot in them.
I was able to actually order a new key with my, my car.
Yeah, but I can't. Oh, if you got maybe with the VIN number.
With the VIN, you can.
Okay.
You can actually go to Little British Car Co.
Oh, all right. Fine.
All
You might
need
want to try that
do
then.
is, you can just order new keys.
Yeah.
The trunk door.
The doors, yeah.
The ignition.
Yeah, if you give them the VIN number,
Code, yeah.
that's even better. That's even better, because then we're not tearing the thing apart.
Yeah, that's much better. Okay,
I
see
kinda
if
like that.
Jeff will be willing to give us one.
Okay, just give them the VIN number. I checked with my camera to see if there was a number on the face of the lock, and there is not.
Where's the commission number on this car?
Used to be.
Sure.
Oh, yeah. Got it.
Okay, what do you got? Wait. Raise your hand.
1, 9,
9,
8,
8,
1, 6, 7, 4, 8.
Done.
Okay, great.
Okay,
So
that'll tell you what year.
The folks watching now can order a key. And just, who needs a round?
You put the card on upside down.
Oh, that's
We're
right.
allowed to kind of figure
You know
out
what?
an inch.
Leave it like that.
Yeah.
Okay? Because, yeah, when it makes it warm up. No, I'll tell you what, if you mount it upside down, and the oil leaks out of it,
Yeah.
coils don't break. Okay? If it's mounted like that, there's no way the oil could ever leak out of it.
No,
Okay? Means it'll stay good for a long time.
that's good.
The oil leaks out of them, they're no good. They burn.
Okay.
I think they're loaded with something called, I think they're loaded with something called pyro.
Arnold,
Yeah, that's what it is.
No, not anymore.
It's,
Dave got one.
Okay.
I can't remember.
Whatever you.
Oh, I'm just an old thing.
Look inside and see that. It's a big lift. See if you
What's all the lights work?
The electric.
Oh, they don't?
Wow, that's a big part of that, wasn't it? The electrics on these things?
The electrics are hooked up. We got more troubleshooting to do. And we've got a switch to replace, and keep column, we've got something wrong with the ignition switch, we can't make it work. Wrong key or whatever it is. Right, but, you know, other than a few little tidbits here and there.
Wow.
And I can take the dash back out easily.
Yep.
The whole dash is all wired in now.
Yep.
So you just take it out so you can take the rubber or the vinyl piece up in the front.
Oh, yeah.
Right, take the windshield back off and move the parts of the gas. Takes the gaskets here.
Defroster, you found a way to get that up?
Yeah, we took the heater box out, and it was kind of funny yesterday with Mike was in there. And he says, "We'll put the heater box in here," and I forgot who said they did. Put it easy, put it real easy, like, it wasn't supposed to go in that easy.
Everybody's
Yeah, I want to see that.
And,
Cool.
Full of.
I thought you had one. I thought you had one.
That was probably, that's. Sure. Yeah. Bother the person.
Who knows?
You did?
this point, yeah, there's a guy, who's.
Nice.
We're off here. This one, but.
Right stuff,
Yeah.
Well, I had to.
I wanted to send over there on the calendar.
No. Yeah, I'm sure your back's hurting as well.
You were under the car, and so couldn't exhaust.
Well, and you want to get it. It's like, once you got it all on, you know, you have to put the part down a couple of times, the last piece, because you have to put the rear exhaust on, and you have to unload the tire.
Oh,
To
yeah.
get the pipe up, so they put it down, and roll it out, and I roll it over. You gotta see that, the flames on my back. Ouch.
How are you, Jeremy? Bad?
Huh? Going. Am I in the train?
Once I saw it.
We'll know the next time. David, these things are absolutely wonderful.
They're good, they're good.
I wish we had one more person and one more. Right, connect my iPad to get that order, so it's down to these two cameras.
John, was there a firehouse on Beach Street?
Yes.
We got on the trim.
Okay, yeah, we kind of interrupted there, we.
I think it's across from the Pepper Mill, or, you know, that street goes up by car washes.
Okay, yep.
Is there a firehouse, your little firehouse, I don't remember seeing.
Oh, me either. No.
Oh, he texted me, stayed at the firehouse on Beach Street, birthday party. I don't know.
Maybe before you get to where the Little League field is.
That's
Used to be the firehouse, but.
Does Beach do this?
Eventually.
Aerial. Aerial.
I don't remember it being a firehouse.
That's an eBay part.
was gonna look for those.
I'll find out.
GPS coordinates.
Yeah, no. What? Like she told me, but she was over at the main firehouse. It was a surprise birthday party for one of her friends.
Going to pay.
And,
That actually, you didn't.
Mom dropped her off.
I remember that.
Home.
Home.
How was it? We get special brownies.
Good. House we took this around.
You can get the car to drive it. It flies great.
Tomorrow morning, Georgia, smell is throughout the building.
They dried a couple parts of it up and did it. And yesterday it was fairly bad.
Yeah.
I thought it was dissipated. I didn't notice it today.
No.
Until they looked at it.
Yeah, when I came in the door, I got a big strong lift or something.
So don't tell them what parts of the other.
Oh,
You know, it's just something you want. Yeah, it's just to kind of.
Yeah, he was,
Yeah.
that's,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And you got the tour, didn't you?
Start.
Yeah.
He was gonna paint
Yeah, the
Well, that's what I was smelling. Because I went into the bathroom, I was like, wow, it's really cold in here. Like,
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine that that's gone through the walls, so maybe that's what I was
Yeah, I think he painted something in there. I was probably would open up and ventilate. Maybe he did, but boy, it's.
That might be what I was, that makes sense, because I was like, there's no way it's open.
Here, because my office is right up there. I mean, I think it's right up whatever's like down. I can hear Brad, he comes down here when he's down here.
Yeah.
There's nothing up there.
Oh, those are just floorboards.
Yeah.
No insulation, right?
Nothing.
Down here, somebody ran across earlier today.
Yeah.
It's bowling or something.
Yeah, Mark Nesbitt brought his kid in, and he was,
And my office is right here. And I can hear everything down here. Like in the summertime, we have one of the guys that gets them the tours, got a very boisterous voice.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's a
booming voice.
Yeah, Charlie.
Yeah. He drives an MG, doesn't he?
He sold it, I think.
Did he? Yeah, I was talking to him this morning, I didn't tell him he sold it.
Oh, I know it's for sale.
He said, yeah, that's what he was saying. He's like, I'm too old, you can only drive 10 miles, bring it backwards.
He's a big guy too,
Yeah.
tall.
Yeah, that's what he said. He said, yeah, he has to put the seat all the way back and slouch.
Yeah, because I think his head would be popping out of it.
He said he was going to swing by here after his shift.
He's not over there now. I got
He was
gas.
lying to me.
Today or yesterday. Yeah, it's not, because Harlan and CJ are over there now.
Oh, yeah. Harlan was there this morning. He was my guest.
He's a good kid.
You see that? Who drives?
A Jeep?
That little, the old wheelies?
He tools around with it pretty good too.
That's his. Like, I'm saying he works on it all himself.
His dad has that, his dad has a Willis too, right? That,
Oh, really?
A dark, they've come to cruise nights in the summer with him. Harlan, I remember like Harlan was about 16 or 20, so my guess is that he was like 9 or 10. He would ride in with his dad.
Yeah. That was like fun.
Oh, yeah. Hard work hurricanes out there.
Yeah, he seems to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, figure if he's working on his own old car, he's got some sort of ethic.
Yeah.
That's for your Carter.
I always feel bad when he's paired up with Steve Main or,
Yeah.
Automatic show.
you know, because both of them will let him just run his ass off.
They won't say anything.
No, no.
Yeah. They won't feel bad about
No,
it.
Especially Pete.
You do what you can.
Yeah. We'll split our tips.
Well, whoever, I mean, mine was the same whoever.
They usually roll over there and tips around the holidays.
Yeah. It gets cold out.
Yeah, I think the normal is regulars come in all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. You know, oval, a little pipe that sticks up right in, so most people, when they would just whoever they put.
Put a nut in it.
Yeah, they put a screw in it or
Put a
something.
nut in it
I've
and,
seen people put just the hose and clamp it off.
which,
My worst job I ever saw was the hose connected off by putting a screw to the little hose. Absolutely love them.
works.
Yep.
Look, you know?
Hey, you gotta be MacGyver.
College engineer?
Okay,
It just says facility.
That's really exciting.
Hemmings used to have, they used to have, I think it's less, so the car would all over the back.
It's too bad they won't get this out of the same last.
And then, I was kind of, which bothers me, because, anyway, so then some people, so they came to us, and when I first got here, and how come you guys been Bob?
Okay.
So we do things with nothing, and it's moved a lot of people.
On the video, it's fine.
So we did all this stuff, we put Sam out there, you guys see it?
Yeah, that's a perfect scene.
I know I saw it around here
That's
somewhere.
right. As long as you put some,
And the fellow club got way bent out of shape. I was very angry, and I did what I was because prior to that, we met over here, and we were saying it was a hard time, it's the same old copy, it's not ways to do. So we offered some suggestions, and we don't allow muscle cars. We didn't realize under the
I have looked both high and low for that camera. I can't find it. Oh, my God.
So, we can't think of anything else. What is the gizmo over there on the touch?
You see right here? It's a vacuum detector, shift down. Yeah,
So it's when you.
I think there's a light or something. I have to tell you, it's supposed to top shift. Yeah, someplace. I don't even remember.
Basically, yeah.
It never worked. It never worked. Yeah, what we'll do, we'll either take it off and put the screws at the top, or we'll put rubber hoses on it.
Put screws in the rubber hose.
Yes, remember, I was trying to look down, but you can't see it.
yeah, right now, just put them right in there.
No, you don't have to. Stick them in the hole.
Yeah, just stick them in the hole.
Yeah, right into the, there you go. I'll go through the hole. Yeah, that's the fence.
That's right.
The famous that.
That's the fence.
It controls the deal.
Great things.
Rather than that.
Australia, though, that's just what's
Looks like we're pretty much in now.
We've got a bunch of tables.
Yeah, the brand new thing.
That's not like a
You're part of the city. We got to put the. Yeah, we have that.
Oh, we got
Yeah, without that though, they have a tendency to run
That's
over.
why also.
It creates a background for going to this area here.
So I didn't know, and I sensed that she was, I just realized.
They don't do backdrafts over.
No, they don't.
It's
They
like
do
the way-
forward drafts.
It's like the way the toilets run above below the equator, right? It's the same thing.
That's right, Coriolis effect. This came out nice.
But, you
That's
know,
the nice, that's a kind of a nice finish look at it.
So when they finally.
Be a little fire.
that,
That's right. Yeah. Hey. It's got the tail light guarantee. It's guaranteed as long as I can see the tail light. Bye. When's it? Guarantee's gonna sign up. Gonna sign up. Harmless release.
After the purchase price. We'll fully refund your purchase price. But you should take it to $100.
I wouldn't even do that.
No.
Because they actually take well, actually, they're not even a purchase. It's a donation. It's your donation. So, yeah, we'll refund our purchase price. You donate it.
Yes, very good. Right. That's true. That's true. Yeah, because if you donate a car, you get a ticket. If you donate $100, it's a donation, you're not buying it.
Right, so again, Gary will give you 100% of the purchase.
Did we get this result? The issue of that?
Yeah,
Was it better flags or is that?
It's just like a, in my GT, I'm going to take it down. I'm going to sort of let's see, and I'm going to take the same thing. That's why I know it's not right, too bad, it's not my first car, it's my car. Just like, sorry, blackface game. It's my car. It didn't have a carpet on the bottom of the door. But it has, I actually found, for my Christmas present, for myself, I actually found lots of ground. We thought about, so we thought about, you know, alternate, changing it over, blah, 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 blah. And enough people kind of say, well, we have one right now. So, we decided to leave it as proprietary and use that for and I found an original radio, aftermarket sharp radio. I found it from a guy, car radio.
Yeah.
So it's a European market, brand new in the box. Sharp AFM radio. Actually, back in 67, 69, people used to buy it. So most of it is still change. But there's actually in the inside. So you change. Some of them actually had a thing on the outside where you just pull it in and reverse it and in. So it's actually up here.
All about that.
Your team's basically like a head of
and it came with its own screen. That's part of it. I mean, that's actually. So I'll have a period radio, and then also solves the problem of
No, that's so we decided that we were.
Oh, yeah. I was
We have a radio.
My first year.
Somebody wants to do a radio.
Yeah, and so I have a, you know, obviously I have this spot, and I have, European company.
And it was spread out throughout the town, and I think he was, you know, friend, came out and so but he had that store someplace.
We're almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a couple of guys who drive, because they had air brakes.
Are you happy with it?
Not the top speed.
No, you know.
I know a bit of that.
Well, it's
less than that.
Honestly, that was a, and I think, he said, that was a conversation. I'm basically looking for ideas right now.
But you gotta have all the products.
Right. And that's why. That was literally, well, we did this, he did that. I'm set with politics, just like.
That's one of the questions that I have about different shares.
He couldn't stand it.
He was actually happy with himself. You're slowly running. I don't know how to that's it. Obviously, you can almost
That's right.
And the gates,
You know.
those are the ones that are.
You know, what's in one box, that's what it is.
Skipping her, I think that one I said, no, that's,
The thing about that is, so that's what you're right, it's just trying to look at that. I played with the strong suggestions we got, but those are we have. We're talking separation.
Yeah.
I think we're sure.
I think we're done.
And what you're going to have to do is put the traffic in the little area.
It wasn't very. I was saying, Mark, yeah, that's a nice system.
Yeah, very sad, look at it. And, I want to give him a prize.
Yeah, yeah.
Because he's here, he kept this thing running for all these years.
It's nice
This thing's still.
that down the road.
we did the back, so our enforcement exotic seven, first year behind that.
I'm giving you a think about it.
I like the stainless.
It shows up on, first feet up on.
Two minutes there. You notice the change.
Yeah.
You notice the change.
Yeah, and they're rusting out.
When you did it for us, too, it's like, kind of, got it.
Okay, well, thank you.
That's, yeah,
Hard to do it.
Okay.
And it's that.
Good, strong good for it. Good back.
So is that all the parts that we need?
Well, we never really made like a short form. Yes. So we're gonna get the well, it's called property. Yeah, all those on the board. I believe we need two.
There's something I need that in this.
And, yes, we do, we need two. And we gotta find the wires to go into them.
Okay.
From the harness, I don't know where they are, but look for them.
So we have one.
We have one, we need another, and then there's another switch. That's the buzzer switch.
Oh.
Okay, this one here is the buzzer switch, and that's the switch. Okay.
What does that do? Get rid of it?
No, it's screwed in,
Oh, did they? Okay.
I believe. Okay, they get two little sheet metal screws.
Okay, so the buzzer one we get, but not wire up.
I hope not, because we have the buzzer switch also. See?
Right.
I don't want to put it in.
I really don't want to do the buzzer.
No, that's-
No.
I hate the buzzer.
No. No buzzer.
No buzzer.
No buzzer.
Back when I did Carl Seats. Is this the room, Mr. Buzzer? This is Stacy, your car? You can look it up. This is, no, sir.
But about everything, like, you want the kidney mission?
Now, when you don't buckle up.
We don't buckle up.
Oh, it's a-
Just your head, and then just sit in the seat. And if you don't, sir,
Yeah.
the seatbelt.
Is it a lot better?
As soon as you make the
It just
connection.
keeps buzzing.
Oh, it won't go off, no.
It's not like the monitor cars, they're just starting to go bong, bong, bong for like the first 5 miles.
Right, right, right.
And then it gets up.
Yeah.
It's just like going through. So we need one more of these, and we need the one for the
So,
buzzer.
yeah, we'll fill a hole.
Yeah, we'll fill a hole. Make it look right.
Oh, need these.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. And you know, I mean, you can go forever on these, but look at this thing.
No, blow it.
Okay.
We'll blow it.
Yeah, I don't want to.
Change that?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, hold
I
on.
know.
We've
Then
been-
you can take the windows out.
been there.
Yeah, we don't want to do that. We'll do it.
Blow it back to us.
But this way,
Got the t-shirt on, sounds like, Ben there got the t-shirt.
I think we've been down that road a couple of times. Bill, Dave, thank you so much. I can't thank you enough.
Paul, good seeing you again.
Good working with you again.
And, let me know, I'm just around the corner.
All right.
Okay.
We'll do, yeah, we'll get together and do some more.
Maybe a couple of people get together for a Saturday morning or something.
That's what I'm thinking, yeah, you know, if we just have a little project that we need a couple of hands with,
Yep.
I'll let you know.
Okay.
We don't have to get a huge group to do it, we can do a little bit like that. Super.
And with Kaylee, and then picking up the other one from Firehouse. Street Firehouse.
But it's yeah, right, the whole thing.
Well, yeah, well, Kurt is.
Yeah, so I was gonna say, and you get at least 2 for my group.
Yeah.
That's how many from Berkshire could.
Yeah.
And I was really kind of disappointed, Berkshire Journal.
I was surprised they didn't. I was thinking,
Yeah.
I don't even heard of such schemes.
Yeah, I know.
You know?
And that's what I was thinking, I said, you know, there's enthusiasm, who's usually here wherever you get there.
I know. And he was here helping me go through Fox last week, going through all the what we had and what we thought we were missing. We didn't find a lot of things missing.
Well, Paul says he's doing, listen, these are all the sheet rails. What's not here is still on the seat.
Okay.
One piece missing.
Yeah, it's a seat.
Yeah, all of the things he has.
Okay.
It's the opposing side to the side. It's basically the other one.
Okay.
On the opposite side.
Yeah, that's a really tough.
This pair here, the seat.
Okay.
It's one for these were the
Oh, is that right? Yeah, that's right.
so I'm not sure all of that.
We'll wait for a while.
Doesn't, it'll be in a spot where they can't see it.
Those are still.
This guy goes where?
This goes, no, I'll tell you where it goes.
Working bar?
Goes in the center. On the, goes right in here. In this.
Okay.
What's it do?
We're not sure. But it was, that was where it was, we saw it. And there's only, it clips into, one of those pieces clips into a hole.
Do you think it's, sort of a torsion spring that helps you let the seat back away?
That's how it is.
No, that's what it looks like to me.
Sure sounds like.
Yeah. That's all the price. This way.
Yeah, the whole thing.
Yeah, I see, like one puts the close in the other.
Yeah, it's so hard.
But then you got so much leverage. Yeah,
Right,
you got
yeah.
you got no torque on that.
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah. Okay, no. All right, what do you, thanks for doing a safe drive home.
Yes, thank you.
Same to you.
Yep.
Well, we're still out there. Yeah, I can do it. See the time, it's 4 o'clock. How many hours is that? 10 yesterday, right? 7.
4 or 5 hours.
Yeah, okay, so this is, all right, so. All right, so we're wrapping up here today, 4 o'clock Eastern time. That's about 17 hours of work that we put in this weekend, which multiplied by how many guys we have here, 6, 7, 8 at a time. So I don't know how many person hours that is, but it's a lot of work we spent on this car over the weekend, and I think everybody's really need to be congratulated. Everybody did a super job. We really moved the car really way far down the road from where it was. And we will have another session and hopefully a couple of more work sessions, and we'll get the car wrapped up. So thanks for being with us.